Hey everybody, this is Kenny with Beat Body Training, and today I want to give you guys a tip that's going to help you with all your fat loss and building muscle at the same time. Now, I ran into this equation where sometimes when you're trying to lose weight or get shredded and then you got to count all these calories, it's not that fun, and then you end up working out with solely weights, and maybe you get stronger but you still look fluffy, and then if you do too much cardio then you look too skinny and then you have not enough muscle, right? So I was trying to figure out kind of what's a good balance and do the things that you should do. Now what I do now is what I've been training with is that I love food, and I hate going to the gym or when I work out, I hate thinking like, oh man, I didn't burn enough calories. I gotta watch this, I gotta watch that. Granted, I'm still conscious of what I eat, but when I train now, I'm training more like an athlete. And when you train like an athlete, you actually get to eat because you're hungry. You've used a lot of carbohydrates, you used a lot of glycogen, right? So here's my tip for you guys, and try it out. What I did was I started off with the things that I knew I was not going to do, and I put that first. So instead of going into the gym or when I go into my pit and I get things done, instead of starting with things that I like to do, start with the things that you don't like to do. And so the number one thing I don't like to do is I don't like to run. I just don't like it. I don't like cardio. Unless it's dancing, I love dancing. That's a great form of cardio. But when I'm in the gym, I don't like cardio. So what do? I start with cardio. So you're going to start with cardio. And what I do is I run a mile. And I figure, you know what? Get the mile done in a certain amount of time. For me, it's the mile's got to be done in 7 minutes. So that's my warm-up. I run the 7-minute mile. Then I go stretch. And then I go do the next activity that I don't like to do. And that's abdominal training. Because I'd rather go lift something extremely heavy than sit there and do crunches or leg raises or whatever abdominal exercise. So I start with those two things. I do my cardio, 7 minutes. Excuse me, little burping. Then I go in and I do my abdominal training, right? So after that, then what do? Well, running the 1 mile and you want to be an athlete, that's not really enough. So if you were, playing a game right now and you're on the field, you're going to do a lot of running. So I just go right back to the treadmill and I start running another mile. The goal is, again, get that mile done in 7 minutes. So the intensity is high. Then when I finish that mile, I've now ran 2 miles and I've done 1 weighted exercise. Now I can start venturing into the things that I like to do. But again, I like to get the most bang for my buck. So I'm going to pick between the 3 compound lifts, the major ones, the bench, the squat, or the deadlift. So if I did bench the other day, then I'm going to go do a deadlift. And I'll go do a 5x5 and I'll pack on some heavy weight and I'll do my 5x5. Once I finish the deadlifts, then I go back again and I go run another mile. So once I've done that, now I've ran 3 miles. 3 miles in under the hour. I've done 2 exercises and I get to do 1 more. So then I'll go and do, if I want to do a bodybuilding exercise, I'll go do shoulders. I'll do some lateral raises, some front raises, some upright rows, or I'll go do some dips, something like that, or pull-ups. A nice bodybuilder finisher. So I've done that, and before I know it, the hour is done and I'm sweating like crazy. So from the cardio alone, I've probably burnt about 500, maybe 600 calories depending on the intensity. And again, you can see it when you're on the treadmill. You just put in your weight and it'll calculate it for you. So you can count, say you did 400 calories. You did 400 calories of cardio, and if you went heavy enough with the weights, right, then I'm sure you burned 400 or 500 calories during that weightlifting period, plus you're going to get the afterburn effect when you're done the entire workout. So that's what I do. I've been training like an athlete and I feel better and I get to eat a little bit more and I haven't gone up in weight. I'm shredded. So I really think that's a great method of training. Try it, give it out. If running a mile is a lot, and I understand that, it's a lot to start out with, so what I would say is cut it down. Go run half a mile. But in that half a mile, you got to set a time period when you get it done so you don't baby yourself. You don't lie to yourself. So give it, run half a mile in 5-6 minutes. Okay? Once you're done that, go do the activity that you avoid. If it's legs, then go squat. Go do some lunges. Go do some hurdle lunges. Just start off the exercise with the things that you neglect, or the body parts that you neglect if you're a bodybuilder. Then go back into your cardio. then go back and do another activities that you like. And after you've done 2 miles to 3 miles of your back and forth with the running, hey, you go enjoy the exercise. So I hope that helps. That's a tip that's been working out for me. Again, I run a mile, then I go do an activity. Then I run a mile, I go do another activity, run a mile, do an activity. Try and get that done in an hour. It's a great way to just keep your heart rate up. You'll be sweating, and man, like you'll feel good. Trust me, like you'll feel good. Give it a shot. And if you have knee problems and running's like not what you like to do, the rowing machine's good. You can do the bike. So if you go to the bike, set the clock for 7 minutes and get as many miles as you can done on that bike in 7 minutes. Make it intense. Then go and do the weights. That's a great way to get in your weight training and your cardio. Just like if you were a football player or a rugby player, if you were doing martial arts, that's, like wrestling, like that's all cardiovascular activities with resistance. So training like an athlete may be your best bet to getting to enjoy eating all the food that you like. But one more thing, just because you're training like an athlete, athletes don't go eating 150 grams of fat. That's insane. So don't be like, oh, okay, you know what? I train like an athlete. I'm going to go eat a ton of pizza, because that's going to happen when you play the sport the next day. You're going to perform like a box of pizza. So, keep it balanced, but it's a nice way to enjoy a treat every now and then. And it's going to push your body. So I hope that helps, guys. Thanks for your time. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out my website, bboying.com. I hope this, guys, helps. Leave your comments below, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.